Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, if you are new, welcome. So in this video, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to do like a fabric haul of the latest fabrics I purchased from Hobby Lobby. They are all Christmas fabrics, and I'm going to do a pillow. Alright, so let's get into this fabric. So all the Christmas stuff is 60% off. I don't know, I feel like this fabric was 66% off. I can't even remember. And I can't do the math in my head right now. I'm not that smart to do that fast. But anyway, so these are the fabrics I got. So I got this it's more like a I guess you would say like for bakers or, you know, in the kitchen. So what I want to make is a scarf, a towel scarf or towel boa, whatever it's called. So that's one thing I want to use this for. And I purchased this towel, but I don't think I'm gonna use that towel with this particular fabric. I also got this one. It has gingerbreads and snowmans and things like that. So I might use this towel with that one. I don't know. I just want to make one of those towel boa things. So I'm not sure. I'm probably going to play around with that this weekend. I got this one. This is really cute. A reindeer fabric. This is really, really cute. I like that. The little plaid things. The plaid design. And I have this candy cane fabric. I thought this was really cute as well. And this, y'all, this is what drew my attention in the fabric section. It was just standing out. So this color, oh my goodness. So for Christmas time, I hardly ever do like colors or themes. I normally just do like red and green, you know, throw some gold in there, whatever. But because I have this fabric right here, I feel like I want to do blue and gold. And it says, joy to the world, the Lord has come, a king was born. It's just really, really pretty. So with that being said, I'm going to make a pillow with this, or a pillow cover, shall I say, because I'm not going to actually, yeah, I'm going to do a pillow cover. So this is the fabric that I'm going to use. This is the pillow insert. This is an 18-inch pillow. I got this from Walmart. It's a 2-pack. I forgot how much it was. Probably like $9 or something like that. I can't remember, but it was a 2-pack, and that's the 18-inch. They also have 16 inches as well. Alright, so, and then I'm going to need a ruler. I have my seam gauge. I have my scissors. I have pins. And I have my handy dandy sewing machine over there, which is the Brother LX3817A. Right? So, the first thing we're going to do is, oh, and I got my iron. We're going to cut us some fabric, right? So my pillow is 18 inches. So I want to do my cover 18 inches. Now, I don't want to compensate for the seam allowance. So I'm just going to cut 18 inches because I feel like if you cut it, if your fabric is the same size as the pillow, it's going to give it a more fuller look. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and with this pillow, it's going to have an envelope back because, you know, I don't want to do zippers. I feel like that's too hard. Well, I ain't going to say it's too hard because I actually have done a zipper once and it wasn't that bad. But just for this particular project, I do not want to do a zipper, so I'm just going to do an envelope back. That way, if you do an envelope back, you can, of course, you can just put this over a pillow that you already have, or, you know, you can just change it out for the seasons, holidays, whatever, you know, if you do the envelope back. All right, so again, I'm going to do 18-inch fabric. Oh, and I need my handy dandy rotary cutter. And let me tell y'all, if y'all don't have one of these when y'all be using y'all rotary cutter, y'all need to get one. Because I don't know if you guys been watching me long enough to remember when I almost cut my finger all the way off because I just had my hand down. Actually, I had this ruler, but I didn't have this little handle thing on it, and I almost cut my finger completely off. So we're going to do 18 inches, right? So I'm just going to cut that like that. I probably should fold it right now, but I'm not. So I need to square this off. I didn't, I had it hanging over a little bit right there because I want to square it off at the top, you know, on both ends. All right. All right. So I'm going to cut my selvage edges off. I'll be trying to line this up like perfect. And, all right, cut my selvage edge off, right? So then I'm gonna do 18. Cut this 18. I'm gonna have to cut another piece of fabric over there. So this is gonna be 18. And this is for the front part. Right? So for the back, I need 2 pieces that's 18 by 12, right? Do I want to use this? Let me see. How is my fabric going? It's going that way. So I'm going to use this. So you're going to do, the width is going to be 18 wide, and 12 long. So since this is directional, I'm just gonna fold it like this. First of all, that is not even 18 because I didn't cut it. I didn't even cut it. Let me iron this little crease out of it. I don't like creases on my fabric before I cut it. All right. So we're going to cut this 18. Right there. And then we're going to cut it 12. All right, 18 by 12. All right, so I'm going to cut my other 18 by 12 piece and then I'll be back. All right, so I have my 3 pieces. All right, so I have one 18 by 18 piece and I have 2 12 by 18 pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work with my 12 by 18 pieces, and we're going to do our what do you call it, sew down the seam. Is that what it's called? So we're going to sew that down. So just note this is directional, right? So on one of these pieces you're going to start from the top and fold it, and the other one you're going to do it from the bottom, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my seam gauge and I'm going to measure down 1/2 inch. So I have it at 1/2, and I'm just going to fold it over 1/2, and I'm going to press, right? Fold it over 1/2 and press. 1/2, press. 1/2, press. You know, I hope this gold doesn't, well, I don't guess it's gonna melt. I don't iron it in a few spots, so I guess it's good. It's gonna withstand the heat. All right, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna fold it over again and press, just like so. So, and that's gonna give us a hem, right? So I'm gonna do my other piece. So I did this one from the bottom. So this is at the bottom. So I'm going to do this one at the top. So I'm gonna do that and then I will be back. All right, so I have both of my hems. This is a hem. So I have both of them pressed. They're gonna lay like this once it's all said and done. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick a few pins in here because I mean I'm not the best sewer. So I'm just gonna stick a few pins in here so my seams don't shift or anything, don't get nothing out of place. And then I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and I'm just going to do a straight stitch all the way down. On both of them, and then I will be back once I am done. All right, I am back and I have sewed my hems. That's what it looks like on that side. That's what it looks like on this side. So now we're going to put it together. So we're going to, this is our main fabric. So I'm going to flip it over. Nope. I'm going to right side up, right? And again, this is directional. So you want to pay attention to how you put this. So this is the top. This is going to be at the top. I hemmed it at the bottom. So we're going to lay that on the top. Like so. And then this one, the one that I hemmed at the top, we're going to lay that over this like this. Now, it doesn't matter which one of these you put on the top or the bottom. That part doesn't matter. But again, just if you have directional fabric, you want to make sure it's facing the right direction. If your fabric is not directional, it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to pin it over here in the corners. Basically, I'm just going to pin it all the way around. So I'm going to finish pinning this up. Then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew all the way around. And I'm going to sew all the way around. I do not need to leave an opening because this part here, since we did the envelope back, that's going to be the opening where we can turn it. And it's also going to be where we can insert our pillow insert. So I'm just going to pin it, take it over to my sewing machine and sew it, and then I will be back. All right, so I am back and I have sewed it up all the way around. So now I'm just going to snip the corners and make sure you do not cut the threads when you're snipping. And then I'm just going to flip it right side out, and in doing so I'm going to make sure I'm pushing those corners out like this. First of all, I should have ironed this thing. Iron the seams open. I really should have. Let's see what it looked like. Alright, I'm gonna give it a little press because I really should have pressed it before I folded. Before I turned it inside out. But since I didn't, I'm gonna press it now. Right. Remember, when sewing, ironing is your best friend. If you don't remember anything else I tell you, ironing is your best friend. Did I tell you I got a part-time job? I got a part-time job at Hobby Lobby. I just started like yesterday was my first day. And yeah, I tell you what, all that dang on walking around that store, I'm definitely gonna lose some weight. I've never worked in retail before. There's definitely a lot of walking involved. I have a desk job in the Army, so it's a big difference. So, all right, so that's what it looked like. There's the front. This is the back with our opening right here to insert our pillow. And again, you can do this for any size pillow. So basically, like if you want to do, just say if you wanted to cover pillows that you already have, all you gotta do is measure the size of your pillow. If you don't know, just take a tape measure or whatever, just whatever you call this thing. You know, you just measure it from one side to the other, and then from the top to the bottom. And you know, and if you want to, you know, include seam allowance or whatever, then you would do that. But when I do pillows, I just cut my fabric the size of the pillow, because I feel like it gives it a more fuller look when you do not compensate for a seam allowance. That's my opinion. I don't know why I'm having a hard time putting this pillow in here. It's just a freaking pillow. Go in. Alrighty then. Let's get it in there. Woo. I'm gonna try to match the corners of the pillow insert up with the case that we just made. The pillow cover, shall I say. Pillow cover, pillow case, whatever you want to call it. The pillow thing. So, yeah. Just match those up. You're going to fluff your pillow out. And there you have it. So there it is. And again, you can do this for any size pillow. This is the 18-inch pillow insert I purchased from Walmart. They sell those at like Hobby Lobby and Joann's. I have it priced at Hobby Lobby, but at Joann's it's like double the price at Walmart. I do know that. But there is your pillow. There's your backing. You can always take this out, replace it, whatever you want to do. But there it is. So until next time, y'all have a great one.